Everything just in case.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitzmonk TV here, aka GLauren33. I am here with your Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 63 review, and I want to say thank you as always to DBS Hype on Twitter for getting us this early look at the chapter. He got us the raw scans and translations, and he is the GOAT. He does this every single month, and I gotta say thank you to him. So make sure you guys follow him on Twitter. So here we have Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 63, and they left us with a major cliffhanger. I know there's going to be a lot of debate in the community over this chapter, especially, the involvement of the gods, Goku. It looks like we don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to wait till chapter 64, but it looks like we are heading towards a potential Goku ending once again, but I don't know. I'm going to wait until we get chapter 64 to reserve judgment, but I will say this. I do believe we are reaching the finale of this arc. This arc that's been going on for almost 2 years in the manga. It looks like we are near the end of the Moro arc. I see this, this arc reaching its finale by the end of chapter 65. That's my prediction. I don't know what's going to happen, but based on what I saw in this chapter, I think by the end of Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter 65, we will reach the finale of the Moro arc. But we'll have to wait and see. But getting into the chapter itself, if you guys saw my early draft leaks video last week, we found out that Merus had transported Goku and the others away from the battlefield so that they could get healed by Dende and Krillin. Then we saw how Merus was going to buy time by going after Moro. We saw him use the power pole against Moro. And he was actually able to land a couple hits in. Remember, at the beginning of the arc, we didn't know that Merus was an angel. Now here we are about 20-something chapters later. Now we know for a fact that Merus is an angel. So we expect Merus to be able to dodge Moro's attacks pretty easily. So after a little bit, we see Goku. Goku's the first one to be healed, and he arrives right back at the battlefield. And the events of this chapter take place pretty fast. So Goku arrives at the battlefield. He taps into Ultra Instinct Omen right away. He talks to Merus for a sec, then he taps into Ultra Instinct Omen and charges right at Moro, but Moro defeats him again with ease. So this is technically the third time we've seen Moro defeat Ultra Instinct Omen. He did it in chapter 59, he did it in chapter 60, and now here he does it for a third time in chapter 63. You guys know how much I love Ultra Instinct. I love the form. I do hate seeing Ultra Instinct Omen get buried here again, but I'm gonna reserve judgment for chapter 64. I might have to do a video on Torotaro burying Ultra Instinct Omen multiple times, but like I said, I am going to wait and see. But this chapter, But anyway. After defeating Goku, he doesn't get knocked unconscious, but he goes right back into his base form. I also forgot to say, Goku did appear here with torn clothes, and he has a scar from where Moro impaled him last chapter. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hope that Goku keeps that scar. It looks pretty badass. It's not super noticeable, but it looks pretty cool. I love that scar Goku has from Moro impaling him. But after defeating Goku, we see Moro. Moro actually uses his arms. Basically, he got this from Piccolo's abilities, and he uses his arms and puts them through the ground, and he tries to sneak behind Merus's neck to copy his abilities. We did discuss this last month after chapter 62. What if Moro was able to get his hands on Merus's neck and copy his abilities? But Merus, being an angel, of course, sees this coming, and he uses his angel staff to stop it. So Moro is not able to copy Merus's abilities. Because imagine if Moro was able to get his hands on Merus's abilities. He's already ridiculously strong as is. If he gets his hand on Merus's angel abilities, that's game over. Alright, that's game over for our heroes, and then you'll probably have to call in Zeno, because I don't even think Beerus or Whis could handle Moro at that point. So then we see, and this, I don't know, I'm 50-50 on this because it's like that involvement of the angel again. It reminded me of the Future Trunks arc. And I'm trying not to get angry here, but I want to wait till we get to the end of the arc before I say anything. So using his angel staff, we see Merus destroy the crystals / stone that Moro had in both of his hands. So you guys know Moro, when he absorbed 73, he gained 3 crystals. He had one at the top of his forehead, and he had one on each of his hands. So he had 3 altogether. So we see Merus destroy those crystals. So without those crystals, I don't think Moro is able to absorb anybody else's power. So I don't know if he still has access to Vegeta's powers, because remember, back at the beginning of chapter 62, we saw Moro copy Vegeta's abilities. I don't know if that's gone now. He probably still has access to, Piccolo's abilities and Gohan's abilities, because he gained those before absorbing 73, or 73 already had that. So Moro probably already has those abilities, but I don't know if by Merus, destroying those crystals in Moro's hands, that means he can't use Vegeta's powers anymore. I don't know. But Merus does destroy those crystals, which, like I said, I feel 50-50 on that. It's like, here's Merus and Angel doing work that Goku and the others couldn't. It's like, here we are, the Angels saving Goku and the others once again. But after breaking the stones that, Merus had, or Moro had in his hands, we see Merus power up, and then we see a halo appear around him, a very similar halo that we've seen from Whis and the rest of the Angels. So clearly, yes, Merus is in his Galactic Patrol outfit, but clearly this is Merus using his angel powers now. And we know that he's not supposed to do that, because angels are supposed to stay neutral. They're not supposed to get involved in the affairs of mortals. And by Merus doing that, this is basically, Tortaro telling you that Merus is willing to sacrifice his life because he's going to get erased for using his angel powers. So Merus is willing to sacrifice his life to take Moro down for good, which is kind of crazy. So we see now that Merus has this angel whole halo around him using his angel powers, we see he's about to charge at Moro, but right at that instant, Beerus and Whis arrive at the battlefield. Remember, a couple chapters ago, we knew that Merus was with Whis and Beerus on Beerus's planet watching Goku fight Moro. Alright, so clearly Merus left. We don't know if he left without Whis and Beerus knowing. I'm willing to bet Whis didn't know. But either way, Whis and Beerus are now on the battlefield, and they watch as Merus is now using his angel powers. So basically, we see Merus somewhat become transparent, and then we see Merus charge right at Moro. Alright. And then right as Merus is charging at Moro, we see a flashback of Goku and Merus training in the time chamber. So Merus, as he's about to go up against Moro using his angel powers, we see that Merus is recalling the time he spent with Goku, which is kind of crazy. So even though Goku and Merus didn't spend a ton of time together in the time chamber, they spent enough time together to develop some sort of relationship. So Beerus and Whis don't stop Merus from going after Moro. And we see Moro throws a big blast at Merus, but it doesn't work. Merus appears right in front of Moro, and he punches Moro square in the forehead, destroying the big stone Moro had in his head. So now that Moro has lost the crystals in both his hands and his forehead, that means he's no longer able to absorb any more powers. So he can't take any of the angel powers from Merus or Whis or Beerus, and he can't take any powers from Goku or the others, which, like I said, I'm 50-50 on it at the moment. But right at that moment, as Merus is, as Merus crushes the crystal in Moro's forehead, Moro falls to the ground, and we see Merus start disappearing. And this is kind of emotional, man. This is emotional. Merus starts disappearing in pieces, and then he looks right at Goku, and he has a smile on his face. All right. And he says something to Goku and then disappears completely. And then the look on Goku's face gets me really emotional. So, like I said, we didn't get to see all the time that Goku and Merus spent together in the time chamber. We didn't get to see all that. But clearly they developed some kind of bond. We don't know how close they got, but they were able to develop a bond. Because Goku's eyes, the way Toritaro, drew Goku's eyes here, it's emotional. It hit Goku hard. All right. And then basically, Merus completely disappears. Jacko is in shock. We see Beerus and Whis standing there. Beerus and Whis knew this was going to happen because Merus did use his angel powers. We knew this from the jump. All right, angels are supposed to stay neutral, so Whis and Beerus don't really show a lot of emotion because Merus was the one that made his choice. Merus knew what he was doing. All right, but seeing the look on Goku and Jacko's faces here gets me emotional, bro. So basically, and this reminds me of Dragon Ball Z when Frieza killed Krillin. Goku is in complete shock after Merus disappears, and the last page of the chapter is Beerus and Whis talking, and then we get a big panel of Goku standing, and the way it's drawn, we see Goku's back, his head is down, and his fists are clenched. All right, and that's the cliffhanger. All right, so clearly it looks like so much of Dragon Ball Z. It looks like Goku is about to activate Mastered Ultra Instinct. We don't see his hair change color or anything. We have no idea what's happening. But the cliffhanger here is Goku standing here, and it's a badass panel. Goku standing here, his head is down, his fists are clenched. We can't see his face. And that's the cliffhanger. Something is about to erupt. So I think we are about to see the return of Master Ultra Instinct Goku. And I love Ultra Instinct. I love Master UI. And if that's the direction we're going, I'm hyped to see it. But it kind of seems a little bit predictable. But I'm going to wait till we get Dragon Ball Super Chapter 64 before we see anything. Because the thing that's crazy here is Goku in shock. Especially in Super. We don't see this a lot in Super. Goku's emotion here is what gets me. Goku being in complete shock. It's not even anger. It's just shock and sadness. And then there's him putting his head down as the chapter ends. It's like Goku's about to activate Master UI. And he's about to take Merus down. Or not Merus down. He's about to take Moro down for good. Because of Merus's sacrifice. Goku's gonna master the UI. He's gonna master Ultra Instinct again. We're gonna see the silver hair form return, and then Goku's gonna take Moro down because of Merus's sacrifice. Goku's not playing anymore. This is great. This is great. All right. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is the Goku show all over again." Guys, this is great storytelling. This is really good storytelling. And who knows, maybe we see Goku and Vegeta working together. I've been saying for months now, the way I want this arc to end, I want Goku and Master UI and maybe Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. I want Goku and Vegeta impaling Moro together. And then Moro just slowly bleeds out. I know it's a violent ending, but that for me, that would be the perfect ending. And like I said, I think we're about to reach the end of this arc. Basically, this direction, I think next chapter we're going to see the return of Mastered Ultra Instinct, and man, oh man, I cannot wait. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys think of Merus's sacrifice? What do you guys think of Goku potentially? It looks like we're getting close to Goku mastering UI again, but we'll have to wait another month for Dragon Ball Super Chapter 64. But man, oh man, I'm loving it. Me personally, I love it. All right, but definitely I cannot wait for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 64. It looks like we are getting to the end of the Moro arc here. And definitely I'm going to be doing discussion videos on this chapter and other things that happen here over the next couple weeks. So make sure you guys are here for all of that. So if you guys enjoyed the chapter, make sure to leave a like on this video. Make sure to comment, subscribe, enable notifications by clicking the bell next to my name, Fitzpunk TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Stay safe and healthy, guys. Man, oh man, what a crazy chapter. I'll see you guys later. Peace.